This is the story of Ravana, not the villain you burn every Dashera, the real one. The scholar who had mastered all 4 Vedas and all 6 Shastras. The musician who composed the Shiv Tandav Stotram, one of the most powerful hymns to Shiva ever written, using his own severe nerve as the strings. The king whose Lanka was so advanced that Valmiki himself described it as a city of gold. And the man whose single act of ego undid every single one of those things. This is the story of how the greatest devotee became the greatest cautionary tale. Ravana was not born a demon. He was born between 2 worlds. His father was Vishrava, a great Brahmin sage, grandson of Brahma himself. His mother was Kaikasi, an Asur princess, which means Ravana was half Brahmin, half demon, raised with Vedas in one hand and power in the other. He grew up speaking Sanskrit and studying scripture. He mastered music, the Veena, the Ravanhata. He wrote the Ravan Samhita, a treatise on astrology. He wrote Ark Prakasham, a book on Siddh medicine. This was not a mindless monster. This was a polymath, a genius and a devotee, specifically of Lord Shiva. His devotion to Shiva was not casual worship. It was the kind that shakes the heavens. Ravana performed tapasya for 10,000 years. 10,000 years of penance to please Lord Shiva. And when Shiva did not appear, Ravana cut off one of his own heads and offered it into the sacrificial fire. Still no Shiva. Another 1,000 years, another head. He did this 9 times. 9 of his 10 heads offered in devotion. When he raised his hand to cut the 10th, the last one, Shiva appeared. Not because Ravana had suffered enough, but because a devotee who would give everything, even himself, is a devotee Shiva cannot ignore. Shiva restored all 10 heads, granted him boons, made him virtually indestructible. No god could kill him, no demon could kill him, no divine weapon could touch him. In his arrogance, Ravana had not asked for protection from humans, because why would he? What human could possibly threaten the greatest being alive? For years, Ravana ruled Lanka in glory. His people loved him, his enemies feared him. His devotion to Shiva was genuine. And then, one day that devotion began to compete with something else, ego. Ravana decided to go to Mount Kailash, Shiva's home, not to pray, to move it, to carry the entire mountain to Lanka, so his mother could see Shiva from her own window. On the surface, this sounds like love, a son doing something grand for his mother, but underneath there was something else, a need to demonstrate his power even to the god he worshipped. When he arrived Kailash, Nandi, Shiva's divine bull, blocked his path. Lord Shiva, in his private meditation with Parvati, no one may enter. A wise man would have bowed and waited. Ravana laughed at Nandi and worse. He mocked his appearance, compared Nandi's monkey-like face to an animal. Nandi cursed him. Ravana, monkeys will one day be the cause of your destruction. Ravana laughed again. He did not take the curse seriously because he was Ravana, and Ravana did not fear monkeys. Ravana placed his 20 arms under Kailash and began to lift. The mountain shook. Parvati gripped Shiva's arm in fear, and what Shiva did next and Ravana's response to it tells you everything about the difference between devotion and ego, and that is coming up really soon. Shiva pressed down with his toe, a single toe. Kailash cracked back down onto Ravana's 20 arms. Ravana was trapped, 20 arms pinned beneath a mountain, unable to move. And here is where the story turns. In this moment, with his arms crushed, with the god he loved holding him down, Ravana did not rage, he did not fight, he sang. He plucked the nerves from his own arms, still trapped, still in agony, and used them as strings. And he composed the Shiv Tandav Stotram, the most celebrated hymn to Shiv ever written, right here. Pinned beneath the mountain for 1,000 years he sang, and Shiv, whose heart is moved by nothing except genuine love, lifted his toe, released him, restored him, and gave him a name, Ravana, the one whose roar shook the mountains. This is who Ravana was. A man whose devotion was real, whose suffering was real, whose love for Shiva was real. And then Sita. When Ravana saw Sita, Ram's wife, something broke inside him. Not love, something darker, desire, and the need to possess what belonged to someone else. His own wife Mandodari, described in the text as one of the most beautiful women alive, begged him not to do this. His brother Vibhishan warned him. Every wise counsel in his court warned him. And Ravana, the man who had sung hymns beneath a mountain for 1,000 years, did not listen. Because in this moment, it was not the devotees who were speaking. It was the ego. The part that believed his own power made him above dharma, above consequence, above the laws that governed everyone else. He took Sita, and from that single act, one moment of ego louder than wisdom, everything unraveled. Lanka burned, his generals died, his son Indrajit died, and his brother Kumkaran died. One by one, every pillar of his world collapsed. Because of one choice, he had the wisdom to know what was wrong and made anyway. On the battlefield, after the last arrow had been fired, after Ravan lay dying, Ram did something unexpected. He called his brother Lakshman to him. Go to Ravan, Ram said, before he dies. He is a great scholar, and ask him what he knows. Do not let his knowledge die with him. Lakshman went. He stood at Ravan's feet, head lowered, and asked to learn. Ravan was silent for a long time. Then he spoke. Auspicious things should never be delayed. Inauspicious things should be postponed as long as possible. I knew this. I delayed the good I could have done, the surrender, the return of Sita for years. And I rushed towards the inauspicious, the abduction, the war without hesitation. That was all he said. Ravan's tragedy is not that he was evil. It is that he was extraordinary and he knew it. And that knowing became the thing that destroyed him. The Shiv Tandav Stotram is still recited in temples across India today. Not the name of a villain, the hymn of a devotee. The Mahabharata says it clearly. Pride alone is the enemy. Pride alone is the destroyer. Pride causes the downfall of even the greatest. Ravan was the greatest and pride was enough.